My most frequently asked travel question. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Faye, and on this channel we talk about travel. It's all about travel tips, bucket lists, places I've been, places I want to go to. All of that is on this channel, and there's still so much more to come. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. If you're not subscribed, just subscribe, guys. It's free. Subscription is absolutely free. It takes less than a second. You just click on the red subscribe button below this video, and then also tap the notifications so that you know when I post my next video. Okay, so I'm continuing with the travel Q&A that I started last week. If you haven't watched that video, do go check it out. Like, just pause, check it out. I was answering some travel questions, commonly asked questions, and I did cover quite a few topics within those questions in the last video. And today I'm getting into my most frequently asked travel question. This question has been asked in so many ways, in different variations, and I feel like it's something important that really needs to be addressed, because many times there's so many misconceptions. People think travel is only for rich people. People think you have to have so much money to travel. People who travel are trust fund babies. I am none of the above, I promise you. How does one afford travel? This question was asked in so many variations. I'm going to just read some of them here. Someone said, what practical steps can an ordinary income earner take to incorporate travel in their lifestyle? In what ways can one maximize a travel experience while limiting expenditure? So it really was a lot about, like, how do you afford travel? How does someone afford travel? And I'm going to break it down into three parts, or three steps, or three components of really just affording travel. One is prioritizing it. Prioritizing, and what I call making the mindset shift. Really just changing your mindset and just how you view travel and what you actually think travel is, or what it entails. And then the second is planning, and the third is saving. With those things, you really do make travel not only affordable but also cost effective, such that you're getting the most out of your buck. Prioritizing. Someone wise once said, we were not born to just pay bills and die. And I think if you let this really register, you'll just understand how important travel is. In the last video, the part one of this video, where I was answering some of the other travel questions I received, I did talk about some of the benefits of travel. So prioritizing travel has really got to do with understanding those benefits and just being intentional about incorporating travel in your lifestyle. It means just appreciating what travel adds to you and realizing that, okay, in order for it to happen, if you want it to happen, then you have to prioritize it. You have to write it down somewhere. You have to put it in there in your goals and your objectives and the things you're going to do in the year, and then work towards it. Also, a huge part of just prioritizing travel and changing the way you think about it is being open to a different idea of travel. For some people, when you say travel, they think that means getting on a plane and going to another country. For some people, they think it means staying at a very high-end hotel. Those things are great and they can happen as well, but travel can be a range of things. Travel can be a day trip. Travel can be just going to the museum. Travel can be going to the zoo with your family. So if you just understand that travel is just about experiencing new things, stepping out, moving away from where you are, and just being open to experiences and trying new things and visiting new places and learning about those places and being curious, then you can incorporate travel into your life at whatever your budget might be at that time. So understand that you don't have to stay at a high-end hotel for it to be a holiday. Be open to other types of accommodation. You can camp. Camping is something I was skeptical of for a while, and then I did it and I realized it's such an amazing experience. You learn so much, and you do create memories, which is the whole purpose of this. So if you're open to creating memories, whatever they may be, an experience is an experience, whether it's a luxury experience or budget experience. So I think if you can look at travel in that way, in a way of just collecting experiences and memories, there's so many different things that you can do still within the realm of travel. It's about changing that mindset and being open, just being open, opening up your mind and trying different things. And then the second one is planning. Planning has really got to do with research and gathering all the information that you can. If you plan ahead of time, especially with longer trips or trips that are farther away, you are able to be more cost effective. Most things are cheaper if you book ahead of time, whether it's flights, accommodation. You also have more options ahead of time. There are more available Airbnbs if you book early as opposed if you wait to the week of your trip. So planning really just helps you to get information. Also, as you're researching and asking around, whether it's on the internet or other people that you know could have visited those places, or checking blog posts that have been written, you can get more information, and you might find out that maybe the place that you had in mind isn't necessarily the place that you should go to. There could be another alternative that could work better, that could fit in your budget better. So by doing that planning and research, you really are able to just cut down some of your costs. Planning also involves just maximizing the connections that you have or the relationships that you have. You might be wanting to go to Tanzania, for example, and let's say you have some relatives who live there, or you have friends, or you have connections of people that live there. So if you contact those people, maybe they might be willing to offer you accommodation, or you might have some other kind of connection, and you can, I don't know, figure something out. So planning has got to just do with also still being creative and maximizing the connections that you have, maximizing the information that's available to you, such that you can have the most cost-effective trip. So the final one is saving. So once you prioritize, you've written it down, you're intentional about it, you've gathered information, if you do want to travel, you have to save towards it. Every trip that I've taken that has been a trip that I have paid for, I have had to save for it. I don't just wake up one day and decide I'm going to be in another country. Usually I save, I will work backwards, I enjoy looking forward to trips, and so there is some joy in that. So it's really about discipline, having a disciplined saving culture, which I feel so many of us lack. I'm still constantly working on that, to be a consistent saver. And if you can do that, you can put aside a small amount of money every month, depending on how you earn. It could be something as low as $10, it could be 50,000 Uganda shillings. But if you put that aside, and if you plan that, okay, at the end of the year I'm going to treat myself and I'm going to have a trip that I will enjoy, that money adds up and you can use it towards that trip. And then just having that saving culture as well still benefits you in so many other ways. And many times when I speak about travel, I bring it back to just other aspects of life, because I believe it starts with travel, and then the benefits and the habits that you pick up and the things that you learn will translate to every area of your life and make you an all-round better person. So say you're saving towards a trip and something happens that's unexpected. These things happen all the time. Right now we are living in unexpected times with the pandemic that is going on. So if you have been saving, that travel account can actually help you out during a rainy day. If you are in an emergency, or if you're caught in a situation that you didn't predict, that saving that was for your travel could be your buffer. And if you had a great year and nothing went wrong and things are going well, then you do treat yourself to the trip. So either way, you are in a better position than someone who has not been saving just because you are intending to travel. So I hope you guys have found this helpful. If you did, do give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Let me know how you afford travel, or what tips you might have that could help someone else who's watching the video, who's reading the comments, to sort of be more intentional and travel someone who maybe thinks they can't afford it or it's just too expensive. What tips do you guys have? Again, my final thing is really, it doesn't have to be expensive. You can work within your budget. Try a solo trip, try a day trip, try just visiting places within the area where you stay or in your village or in your community, and you really do open yourself up to experiences and opportunities, and who knows, you could build on from there and travel even further. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm so glad you made it to the end, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Don't forget to leave a comment, and I'll see you in my next one.